Hello everyone, my name is Aman Rashid and you're watching Mr. Phone. Over the past few years, we here at Mr. Phone have come across many Oppo Reno smartphones, starting with the Oppo Reno 10X Zoom to all the way up to the Oppo Reno 4 Pro. We have had a good experience with these devices. The Reno series has always been an epitome of innovative imaging and design technology. So it is time yet again to introduce the latest member of the Oppo Reno family, the videography expert Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G. Now, Oppo was kind enough to send me this phone early, and trust me guys, this phone comes stacked with features. For starters, you get a 90Hz 3D borderless Sense screen, which is a Super AMOLED display. Then there's ColorOS 11.1 based on Android 11. There's also 65W SuperVOOC 2.0 fast charging, and you also get a 64MP quad rear camera setup that comes with, and what Oppo likes to call it, the industry's first full-dimension fusion portrait video system for video recording. This phone is also 5G enabled with the segment first and India's first to feature the MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus chipset, which makes the device and the consumers future ready. I've been using the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G for quite some time now, and in this video I'll be giving you my first impressions. But before we begin, please go ahead and subscribe to the Mr. Phone YouTube channel if you haven't yet, and do hit that bell icon so that you're notified whenever a brand new video drops. With that said, let's get started. Before we go any further, let me show you what all you get inside the box of the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G. You get a transparent silicone case, a SIM ejection tool, the 65W SuperVOOC 2.0 fast charger along with a USB Type-C cable, and a USB Type-C earphone. Being an Oppo Reno smartphone, it's a granted that the design and build quality of this phone are sure to be great. So I am going to talk about the design part in detail, but after some time. First, let's focus on the main highlight of the Reno 5 Pro 5G, the standout technology of this smartphone, the full dimension fusion portrait video system. Basically, it combines quality enhancement engine and portrait perception engine to support the industry's first AI highlight video feature. Didn't understand? Okay, let me break it down for you. The hardware of this phone really helps with image quality, but what defines the true results is the advanced algorithm. With the FDF system, the phone's hardware and software align together to offer the best possible results using AI highlight video. So while shooting videos using the Reno 5 Pro 5G, the AI highlight video, which by the way is present on both the front camera as well as the rear camera, helps you get the utmost clarity in videos with optimally adjusted brightness and color. Moreover, the camera system ensures that the exposure levels are kept under check, all while maintaining a smooth video operation frame to frame. So when you press AI highlight video present in the camera toolbar, Ultra Night Mode and Live HDR get combined to give you the perfect video in any light setting. See it for yourself. Similarly, AI highlight video is present for the front camera as well, and you can activate the same by hitting the AI icon in the camera toolbar. Moreover, if you hit the icon right next to AI in the camera toolbar, you can add the perfect background blur in videos, which you can also refer to as portrait videography. Okay, this sample is without the portrait videography. As you can see, there is no blur right now, although the video quality is good. So this is portrait videography on the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G. As you can see, there's a good background blur around me, and I've adjusted the bokeh at 40%. That was according to my liking. So let me know in the comments, how does this look? Yeah. If you ask me, I'd want to test this thing out thoroughly before passing any judgment, but during my initial testing, I can say that the end result does look cool. Moving on, there's a dual video feature that lets you record footage from both the front and rear camera simultaneously, and not to forget one of my favorite video features, that is monochrome video that lets you highlight the reds, greens or blue in a video. Now this smartphone doesn't come with optical image stabilization, but don't worry, Oppo has got us covered in this department as well. With Ultra Steady Video 3.0, you can still shoot stable videos in high quality resolution without even needing OIS. Finally, once you're done shooting videos on the Reno 5 Pro 5G, there's Soloop, an Oppo exclusive smart video editor that instantly lets you create and edit short videos. Now, because I was so excited to tell about the video features of the smartphone that I actually forgot to talk about the camera specifications. So before we dive into the imaging capabilities of the smartphone, here are some numbers. On the rear, you get a quad camera setup which features the OmniVision 64B sensor for the primary camera. For those who don't know, this is a 0.7 micron 64 megapixel image sensor. The primary camera is coupled with an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 2 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel mono camera. Coming over to the front, there's a 32 megapixel f2.4 camera for selfies situated in the punch hole. Now I understand that every other phone these days comes with a quad rear camera setup. So what distinguishes the cameras on the Reno 5 Pro 5G from the rest? I'll tell you, it's the features. I have taken a few photo samples with the Reno 5 Pro 5G, so you should definitely check these out. Images taken for the most part in well-lit conditions turned out good. On top of everything, it is the AI scene enhancement that automatically adds an optimal effect in photos. Besides, one of the most interesting bits about this camera is that it can click photos in 108 megapixel high resolution. So the camera does this through a sub-pixel interpolation process, and all you need to know is that you can capture images that can even be used as posters because they are so detailed. As for night mode, you can enable it manually on both the front and rear cameras. However, it is the ultra dark mode that triggers automatically. So whenever you are in an extremely dark situation and you want to click a photo, the Reno 5 Pro 5G takes it a notch ahead and lets you capture photos via the ultra dark mode. Let me demonstrate this for you. I'm going to click a photo of this toy right now. Only the thing is that the lights will be totally off and the room will be dark. And now let's click a photo using the Reno 5 Pro's ultra dark mode and just see this for yourself. Overall, the cameras on the smartphone look very promising, but as I said, I'll reserve the final judgment for my review. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure that you are subscribed to the Mr. Phone YouTube channel. Now that we have talked about the cameras, let's get to the phone's design and build. They say the first impression is the last impression, and I have to hand it over to Oppo since the phone is quite a looker. The Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G comes in a couple of color options, Astral Blue and Starry Black. In terms of design philosophy, I think Oppo has one-upped themselves. In comparison to its predecessor, the new Reno 5 Pro 5G comes with a glass rear panel. Now I understand that nothing screams premium as much as a glass back phone, and trust me folks, this one is a top quality rear panel. Visually speaking, it is shimmery and it looks very classy. I mean, there's something really nice about this frosted rear panel. By the way, the Astro Blue color of this phone comes with a Reno Glow process that makes the back panel fingerprint and scratch resistant. Now I know the Reno Glow process, the name does sound gimmicky, but believe me, Oppo have done their homework. Check this out. As you can see, the water droplets are sliding rather than sticking. I mean, how would this leave any room for fingerprints and grease? You know what? It won't. The Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G features a gorgeous 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display, which Oppo calls a 3D borderless sense screen, thanks to the curved panel and the slim bezels. The display can refresh at 90 Hz, and it also offers a 180 Hz touch sampling rate to ensure smooth operation. To be honest, this panel is extremely eye-pleasing to look at. It is curved, it has slim bezels, it has a very tiny non-obtrusive hole punch camera, it has HDR10+, and its peak brightness can reach all the way up to 1100 nits. Now that's a long list, right? But how do these features stack up in real life? In my first impressions, I have to say that I am very impressed with the panel so far. It is bright, it is vivid, it is punchy. Basically, it is everything a good OLED display is supposed to be. Besides, there are a ton of display options at your disposal. There is dark mode settings, eye comfort, screen color temperature, and more. Actually, a small display setting that one should enable on this phone if it isn't enabled by default is the OZ visual effect. I hope I pronounced that right. But yeah, what it does is that it enhances the on-screen content, and not by making the colors oversaturated or absolutely over the top. It is done in a good way. Overall, this is a very fine display. Oppo has done a pretty good job. We have already discussed the phone's look and feel and how good the display is. So now let's talk about the software. I'm glad to report that the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G comes with the latest Android 11 based ColorOS 11.1. During my initial testing, I have been extremely satisfied with the overall lag-free performance. The UI not only looks neat, but it is also very responsive. Besides, you also get a lot of cool features in ColorOS 11.1 like a customizable always-on display, a customizable dark mode, flex drop that lets you multitask smoothly, and a secure private system that lets you create a separate profile where apps and data are kept independent of the original system. Apart from this, gamers would also be excited to know about gaming-specific features such as a gaming shortcut mode, bullet screen message, gamer mode, and adjustable gaming touch. All in all, the software on this phone is optimized and comes loaded with features. The Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G is powered by the 2.6 GHz MediaTek Dimensity 1000 Plus SoC. This is a 7nm octa-core chipset and my expectations are quite high. You also get 8GB RAM coupled with 128GB of onboard storage. There's also a 4350 mAh battery under the hood, which is a fairly large cell by today's standard. However, battery life should anyway not be a problem when we are talking about the Reno 5 Pro 5G. I can say this because even when I did end up running out of juice, I was able to fully charge the battery from 0 to 100% in just about 30 minutes. This is all thanks to Oppo's 65W SuperVOOC 2.0 fast charging solution. That said, battery life on this phone has been amazing. During my initial testing, this phone never died on me. I was consistently able to last a full day every day with around 30% battery still left in the tank before I go to sleep. Actually, if you are not a heavy user, you might as well be able to use this phone for a day and a half with ease, not even exaggerating. And that's the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G in a nutshell. I've had a good experience with the smartphone so far and I can't wait to extensively put this phone through its paces. So make sure that you're subscribed to the Mr. Phone YouTube channel to not miss out on the full review of the Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G coming out very soon. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe.